All right, well, this is a day in the life of Flourish. We're going to kind of walk you through our operations and give you a chance to see everything in action. It starts out really with getting ready, right? We're getting ready in the morning, preparing for the day. Our team of chefs will work out a detailed sort of schedule and plan for the day's action, get all the tools and things they need out and ready to go, and get to work, starting to prepare scratch-cooked meals for students.
Due to the nature of the volumes that we're doing, we have about 100 hotel pans, both metal and plastic, out or in use at one time. So we need to keep track of our different sizes, know how many we have, because if we do an increase and we don't have at least double the amount of the increase, we will run out of pans, because at all points there is one set of pans at each school.
Once we're sort of set up and ready to go, we start getting into packaging, and a lot of our work sort of happens in phases. So some of the times the chefs will be chopping and preparing things for the next day, or even several days in advance when it comes to some of our sauces. So it's a little bit of a dance that happens in the kitchen, preparing for the day to come.
Ultimately, what happens every day is the same sort of setup. All the inserts for each school is set down. Everything is labeled and dated, and so that the schools know the best before date. And ultimately, depending on the number of components for the following day's meal, we take one component, and then we fill all the trays, and then we take the next component and we fill all the trays. So there's a lot of going round and round.
Once the team has assembled all of the meals in hotel pans, we start to get ready to send the food out. Our stuff is cooled in refrigerators and then reheated in the morning. Our reheat is done in big ovens. The food comes out of the ovens and gets packed quickly into insulated carriers. We use Metro Mighty Light food carriers to keep our drivers' backs healthy and not too heavy for any one of our carriers. The food is packed hot in the case of our hot entrees.
I'm actually a teacher, and one of the things that really bothered me when I was working in schools was the amount of kids who came to school who either didn't have a lunch or had a really inadequate lunch. And so different schools had different ways of dealing with that, which were usually kind of granola bars or some kind of fast food pizza pocket. When I came to know about Flourish and was hired here in September, the first thing I noticed is that the people who are working here are totally engaged in the entire project. It's not like you're coming and doing your job and then going home. It's the whole framework is around food security for kids, feeding kids. And so that's the main focus, and people are excited about having feedback from students, like in real time, what are we doing, what's appreciated, how could we change things. This is an incredible team. It's small enough so that we can have meetings we're walking by the kitchen and Ali kind of grabs us in and makes sure everyone's on the same page, and then we move forward. People are very engaged in what they're doing, and the food is of incredible quality. We have nice connections with the schools, and they seem to appreciate us, and we have a nice back and forth discussion about what it is we're doing and why. So it's not like dropping the food off and walking away. There's always people to talk to and engage with about how we could be doing it better and what the kids like, and how we could go forward.
You got it? All right.
Well, I've been cooking for a long time, and I'm recently hired here. This is, I think, my third week now. When I met Ali and Matthew, just what their goal is, what they're trying to do, just touched me. And it was something that, at this juncture in my career, I wanted to give back the experiences that I've accumulated over a few decades in the food industry. And I worked for a long time in retirement industry for seniors, and that was very fulfilling. And I thought before I worked here, I worked in every sort of food service. but this is very different than anything else. And it's just the sense that you're doing something greater than yourself. And I mean, I love food and I love working with food, and it doesn't matter what it is that I'm cooking, but I was looking for something deeper that I can give back to, and working to give kids new experiences with food, give them nutrition they may not have the opportunity to get otherwise. Having a 6-year-old son at home, I love giving him different types of food and variety with that. So I think about him every day that I'm working here, and what I provide for him and what I can provide for his friends. One of the schools we do provide for is my son's school. So it's deeper than just providing food. It's nourishing my soul to give to these kids.
So today's lunch is the Greek salad for the younger students and the sushi salad for the older students. What we've found is that obviously the younger students, they appreciate it when our salads are a little simpler, and that they can also like pick and choose components out of it. So we do keep each component of our salads for our younger students separate. So for the Greek salad, peppers, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes. For our older students, we do like to have some fun with our salad. So today is the sushi salad. And obviously we're spending a little bit more time on the sushi salad because I think it really makes the students feel appreciated to know that we're investing our time and our care in creating something a little bit more special and visually interesting and appealing for them. And it's also really fun for us as chefs because, keeping ourselves stimulated by doing like the same thing over and over again in high volume is a challenge, but it's really, really important as well. What I found from the get-go, regardless on how challenging it was initially to like create the systems and understand what I was doing and the volumes required, knowing that you're going to work to feed kids their 1 square meal a day. We feed hungry kids. It's the best reason to go to work in the morning. Absolutely, yeah.
So this skillet here is about 150 liters, and we will fill it up at least once, sometimes twice a day, so that we can feed roughly 1,000 kids and fill about 50 to 60 hotel pans worth of food. It's just a nice thing to do for the kids, and we try and get as much vegetables in there as possible. Sometimes there's a little less, but when we're doing vegetarian dishes, it's always been jam-packed with as much veggies as we can.
So this is kind of packing up the FAD grocery program. Bruce and I do this twice a week. We basically print out our packing list, which is from the back end that I showed you earlier. And then we just sort of put all the items into these frog bins. I pull all the stuff earlier in the day so that we have it out and ready here. So the items can just kind of get popped in, and then we check them off as we go. And then you can see each school that we deliver to, these go out to the drivers and they drop off the bins in the orders that they go to. So lots of fruit and veg gets delivered every week.
Good morning, Reynolds. It is Friday, February 28th, and here's Fatuma.
Starting tomorrow, Saturday, March 1, 2025, Muslims around the world will observe Ramadan, a sacred month of fasting from sunrise to sunset.
This period, lasting until March 29th, is a time for self-reflection, spiritual growth, and community bonding during Ramadan.
So the food comes to us in some hot boxes and some cold boxes, and then some of our culinary arts students help prep it a little bit. So the salad comes and they toss it and get it ready. for service and keep the hot hot and the cold cold until we are able to get it out to students.
That's kind of a unique situation at this school, having the students so involved centrally in the service is something we're pretty excited about at Flourish. Can you tell us a bit about like the impact on the students?
Yeah, so we have a teacher and a class attached to this awesome food program so that students can be involved in the process, and they're learning a lot about food safety, food sourcing, where it comes from, and then they also help with the service part. So students are able to help prep the food and serve the food to other students as well. Yeah.
Cool. How has it been? Like, how has it gone here? You've been working with Flourish for just over a year. Can you tell us?
Flourish has been an amazing addition to the Reynolds family. So great and flexible. We've had a lot of opportunities to try some different meals that they've come up with some really creative things. It's been really neat to see students' journeys on starting from don't serve me any vegetables to hey, I hope it's sushi salad day. So that's been a really cool experience.
And beyond just the accessing food, how does this impact the school more generally?
Yeah, it's been great for community. We know that when kids' bellies are full, they're happy and they're happy to learn. So it's been an amazing opportunity to bring some healthy nourishment to our community. Students are pretty happy and excited to see staff and other students at lunchtime, and building that community at lunchtime has been really great. We don't have a cafeteria here, so this kind of fills that void of providing food. Big picture, we have a monthly plan. We connect with Matthew around the logistics of like pro-Ds or anytime we have a day off. The menu's kind of set. We have students on our list to provide the lunch. We have our delivery sort of every day set for a specific time. We have someone that receives it to make sure all our temperatures are good. And then we have the service. We do a cleanup, prep it to go out so that the next day when the people come to deliver, they take back all the stuff from the previous day.
This is actually a perfect opportunity. Another way that we get the kids or the students to eat their vegetables is we hide them in their breakfast snacks, their sweet breakfast snacks and desserts. So Shauna will be making a green smoothie muffin today. So that's going to be with spinach, banana, apples. Green smoothie muffin. Yeah.
We had salmon cake once. It was a part of the First Nations thing, and it was really amazing. We loved the salmon cakes.
That one was really good because we got to try. It was a little different than we were used to, and there was a lot. It was bannock. Bannock was a really good little side dessert for it too. That was a good day. We had a lot of people that day too, so it was pretty good service.
That's a very brief, very quick overview of a day in the life of the Flourish kitchen. Hopefully there's lots there that you find useful, and thanks for watching.